In this video topic, I'm going to talk with you guys about anxiety and depression and my experiences with it. Maybe this can help you guys out from my perspective. And I'll even talk a little further in detail about it. So, I said this before in some of my videos, anxiety and depression is going to show up in your life. All the time. Every year of your life, you're going to experience this. You could be rich. You could have everything going for you, and you can still experience these emotions. Because that's what they are. They're emotions. People that really struggle with depression and anxiety, or just one or the other, they let these emotions consume them. They let it get to them. And they don't have the willpower to get themselves out. Because that is what it takes. It takes determination. It takes some focus. It takes knowing what's going on in your life and fixing it with determination. Doing whatever it takes to not feel this way. You're going to take the right actions in your life. You're going to kick the bad habits, if you have some, that are causing this. And you're going to start doing the right things. This is what it is. Whenever I felt like, listen to this. I've definitely been depressed in my life. But I never, not once in my life, ever sat down, ever took a knee, ever laid down and said, I'm just depressed, man. I'm just depressed. Never. Never. I've never once in my life said, I am depressed. Ever. Never, never, never. Ever. Once you say I am depressed, understand this. You're not going to hear this from anybody else. I can cut into things so deep. I honestly feel like I'm one of the smartest minds on this fucking planet and I'm still young. Seriously. Because I understand things to a T. Once I understand something, I can explain it so well. I'm so good at what I do. I really am. I'm giving myself the credit for that right now. Because if you tell yourself, I'm depressed, man. I'm just depressed. You're creating that own fucking reality in your life. You're acting as if depression is happening to you. Depression does not happen to you, bro. Sis. It does not. We create the depression and the anxiety in our life. When I was smoking too much weed, coming on to the end of my high school years when I was in school, I was also selling a bunch of weed. A lot. Made a lot of fucking money doing that. A lot of fucking money. I had so much anxiety at this time. So much. So much. And I did not once say I have anxiety. I deal with it. I know it's here. I feel it, but I'm not saying I have it. Because when you say you have it, you're creating it even more. Because now you convinced yourself that you have it and this is how it is. That's not how it has to be. It's not how it has to be. You can fix this. I could have fixed this, and I did fix it. You're fucking right, I fixed it. I fixed it by stop smoking so much fucking weed while going to school while selling the weed at the same time in school. I got to a point where I couldn't even go into a gas station, bro. I was driving around making my buddies who was in the vehicle with me go and pay for the gas. Paranoid. I didn't care if I seen anybody in the gas station that I didn't know. I was always scared I was gonna see somebody that I knew. That would spark a conversation, and that would fucking just like create a whole lot of anxiety, because I thought everybody was thinking about me, talking about me, all these things. Which they were too, definitely, because of what I was doing. And I never once told myself, man, I have anxiety. Never. Never. I have it now because of what I'm doing in my life. I have anxiety because of what I'm doing in my life. Do I plan on doing this forever? Fuck no. This is just right now. I'm doing this right now. This is why I have this right now. Rightfully so. Was I doing the right thing? I don't regret it, that's for sure. I made a fuckload of money. But like, when it comes to the universe, I paid a price for doing that, because you're not gonna have it easy in your life. Money's not gonna fall in your lap and you're gonna feel good while that's happening. The bigger reward, the more the suffer. Understand this. The more you suffer in life, the bigger reward you are going to get. Everybody is going to have high moments and low moments. The more low moments you have, the higher moments you will have. This is how the universe works, guys. And I paid a heavy ass price for what I did, because I was making some pretty easy money. I mean, it was still a challenge. I'm still busting my ass, hustling, selling some shit. But like, it's a lot easier than going to a 9-to-5 job every single day, punching in, when I'm making hundreds of dollars every single day just by passing up a product and taking money, meeting up with people. Still stress involved in this. There's a risk involved in that. It created a lot of anxiety. I did it to myself. And I will say it was worth it. Definitely was. But I paid a price for it. And for anything that comes in life, you're going to pay a price to get what you get. I remember I was selling weed, bro. I drive over across to Moncton, to places like that, to get the bags. A pound, a couple pounds at a time. Going into a place that I didn't even know these people all that well, doing things like this, taking orders. And I remember on the way back with all that weed in my vehicle, just soaked, sweating from the stress. I'm talking about, I was wearing fucking t-shirts, and I swear to God, man, like drenched, like the whole armpit sweat, like down to here, like soaked, just soaked. Stress, anxiety, doing this to myself. You guys understand this? We all do this to ourselves. You have the power to fix it. If you're doing something in your life that is creating anxiety, if you don't want to feel this way that bad, fix it. You can fix it. When we talk about depression, people are depressed the same reasons for anxiety. In my opinion, these things both go together. They both go together. They're not the same, but they're the same in a way. They have their differences, but they're both like negative emotions. They're both emotions that you don't want to feel. Even doing these videos, I'm not exactly comfortable. There's pressure in doing these videos. You know what I mean? Speaking on stage, there's pressure in doing that shit. Competing in high-level sports, which I've done, there's pressure in that shit. getting in fights. There's a hell of a lot of pressure in that. Probably the most anxiety you'll ever feel in your life is getting in a fight with somebody that is willing and able. It's a crazy feeling because you're feeling life and death situations right now coming upon you. You can die, bro. You can die in a fight. You can die doing a lot of things, but this is a crazy fucking feeling of anxiety. You don't know what's going to happen. When you fight somebody that can actually fight, they're good. You feel their energy in person. You know they are capable of putting up an ass whooping. You know they can pack a punch. You know they got defense skills. You know they got footwork. You know they got IQ. You know they have experience. You're going up against this dude. You're going to have a hell of a lot of anxiety. You're going to have a hell of a lot of doubts. And you're going to be thinking in the back, like, you're confident yourself, but you're going to be thinking in the back of your mind, like, holy shit. Anything's about to happen right now. Anything's about to happen right now. And me, I got my ass whooped by two guys in the boxing club. I didn't lose to just one fighter, understand this. I went in this gym talking a big game, and they took their two best boxers in the gym. The two best that ever went into this fucking gym. They were both there that day. They put me in and threw me in with both of them. I'm in there. They're switching these guys up on me, so after I spar a guy for 3-minute rounds, after that 3 minutes, the other fresh guy jumps in, and I'm exhausted while this guy is fresh. Now he's beating the piss out of me. And in this same time, listen to this. I definitely got beat, yes, but listen to this. They never dropped me once. I never got dropped. I never stopped. I finished the ends of the rounds. And I took some smashes, bro. That was a lot of anxiety. I felt the most anxiety whenever the first round was over and the fresh guy came in. I was thinking to myself, I'm fucking dead. I did not want to do that, bro. I did not want to do that, but I did it anyway. And that actually gave me a lot of confidence in life. With everything. Like, that was probably one of the hardest things I ever did in my fucking life. One of the scariest things I ever did in my fucking life. That gave me so much confidence with everything else. That made me feel alive like nothing else. But in the moment, there was a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of fear in that moment. When you overcome something like that, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a fucking rainbow after you go through a very fucking hard time in your life. Why do you think professional athletes are paid so high? They're going through these moments like every single day on a day-to-day basis. On a day-to-day basis, you get rewarded for this shit by the creator of the universe. If you were always avoiding situations, high-pressured situations that are making you uncomfortable, you might not get a right huge reward. You might get rewarded like decently good often, but you may never get a huge reward. If you go through devastating times, devastating moments, do a lot of sacrifice, go through a lot of those hard times, go through hard positions in life, you will get rewarded. 100%. And as for depression, like, people do this to themselves so fucking bad, bro. Like, they don't understand that you have to do the right things to cure this shit. When people are already depressed and they're saying, yeah, I'm depressed, like, you're not doing yourself any favors. I've felt these emotions, like I said, but I never once said I'm depressed. I have anxiety. No. Fuck no. I'll never say it in my life. Like, in real time, for real. I'll never be sitting here in real time with somebody else and I'll never look to them and say, man, I had depression. I have anxiety. No. You gotta, if you do feel it, deal with it. Just deal with it. Don't say you have it, because that just creates it even more. You're using the law of attraction to create these emotions even more. Understand this. Yes, you feel it right now. So what, bro? Just deal with it. Just deal with it. It's gonna pass. You know it's gonna pass. You're not gonna feel this way forever. You will feel good again. You will be happy again. And everything will be fine. And after that, you'll probably feel it again. You know what to do this time. A lot of people who have depression are doing the wrong things all the fucking time. Like all the fucking time. Can never come out of it. To always go for that escape. Like, partying every single weekend definitely is not doing anybody any favors. You have to take a break from that shit. There's nothing wrong with doing it. Just take a break from it. Don't get caught up in doing it every single weekend. I like to take my times off. If I do this every single weekend, it's gonna become a habit. It's gonna become a thing. And if I make this a fucking habit, I'm definitely gonna be bound to feel anxiety, depressed, and all these other things. People do this all the time for an escape because they think it's helping them, but it's not. It's making their shit worse. You have to really get your shit together. You really have to get fucking good. Like, you have to know what you're actually doing. Because a lot of people don't understand what they're actually doing. They're just doing these things thinking it's normal, thinking they are doing the right thing, but they're really not. They might think they're going out and having fun, which yes, they definitely are. They definitely are, but you're gonna pay a price for that when the night's over, when it's all said and done. On Sunday, you're feeling a little bit down now. You're coming off that high. You're feeling a little bit down now. Now it's Monday. Now you gotta go somewhere you probably don't want to go to. Now you're probably gonna go somewhere where you're gonna be around people where you probably don't want to be around. And this is where it happens. Now you feel down. Now you get to the end of the week. It starts to get a little bit better, maybe. But now you do it all over again. And you're gonna go through this fucking cycle. You're gonna go through the same cycle. You have to break that cycle. You have to break that at least once a week. Me, more than that. But like, it would help, like, people that actually do this every single weekend without taking no break. When you come a time where you have to stop doing this, it's gonna hit you like a ton of bricks, because you're gonna be used to this. Once you get used to something, you're gonna have a hard time kicking that habit. You should never get addicted to shit. You should master breaking every habit that you have in your life. It doesn't mean you can never do this ever again. You should just have enough willpower to stop yourself from taking actions that's going to make you pay a price for it. I did a lot of things in my life. I go through phases where I smoke a lot of weed. I can kick that habit. I can stop doing that anytime I want to. For the better. Because if you get in a rut where you're doing it every single day and you can't stop doing it, once you stop doing it, you're going to feel that fire. You're going to feel that unease. You're going to feel not as good as you were when you were doing it. And there's nothing wrong with doing it now and then. There's nothing wrong with that, but you just have to understand that you have to have more control over your own mind and your own self than using these substances to make you happy, because at the end of the day, it's gonna kick your ass. People that have depression and shit like this, get outside. Go out into the fucking nature. Go for a walk down the road. If it's wintertime, put on some warm ass shit. Go for a walk down the road. If you need to have a friend to do that with, grab a fucking buddy. Go for a walk down the road. Talk about some real shit. This is going to make you feel good. Pay attention to how you feel once you come back after this walk. This is a stress reliever. People put a lot of stress on themselves, which creates anxiety, which creates depression. If you're by yourself and no one wants to go with you, but you know you have to do this to feel better, do it. Put in your headphones. Do you know how many times I do this? I go for walks down the fucking street, go to the boardwalk, go for a long ass walk, just walk the streets of where I live with my headphones in, and I'm having the best time of my fucking life, listening to some good music. Walking around free in my own thoughts, feeling 100. Keeping myself healthy in the body and mind. Doing shit like this is important. Taking care of yourself is important. You can't keep doing things that's gonna take you down the wrong path and affect your mental health. That's what's gonna fuck you up. Being around the wrong people too much is going to fuck you up too. Having conversations with positive people that are down to earth is going to help you. Keeping yourself motivated is going to help you. As much as you don't want to be motivated, you have to stay to it. As much as you don't want to do it, you gotta fucking do it, bro. Push past that. Thoughts in your head are not taking action. You have to push past that. You have to just walk. Just fucking move. Just go. You don't feel like it? Move. Just fucking do it. Just like the gym. You don't want to do this set? Just fucking do it. Because you know it's going to benefit you. Just fucking do what you know is going to benefit you. And I hope this breakdown of how I explained depression and anxiety helped you guys and made you see things from a different perspective. I really hope it did. I really believe it did. If it didn't, I'm not gonna lie, you might not be the smartest cookie in the box. But you should definitely, I truly believe everybody understands what I'm talking about right now. Because if you understand it this way, it's really gonna fucking help you in your life. That's what I'm here to try to do for you guys. Never say I am depressed. Never say I have anxiety. Even if you feel it, fuck it. Deal with it. Don't say you have it, just deal with it. And know that you're gonna take the right actions to stop these fucking emotions from attacking you, to hindering you, to making you not feel as good as you could be feeling. And I'm gonna end this video right here. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Don't forget to like my shit, comment, subscribe. I'll be back. Until next time, guys, I'm out.